Hi, you catch me on my drive about to do a Parks on the Air. After I take these things back, I don't know if you can see them, perfect fit blinds. They fit perfectly, they're really good. But the string they use down the side does my head in because it just gets worn away by UV. Anyway, let me show you an important part of today's kit. Those donuts, because one good thing about this company, based in Tamworth in Staffordshire, is they very kindly repair them for free when they continually break, as long as I take donuts. So they're not for me, that's for me. This is my new thing I've got, I'm going to put in the window just to explain to people what I'm doing. I think it really helps. So I've got that, or not only, well, just for the security and confidence of other people. And the iPad, of course, may come into use. Banana and water. Arrived at Darnford Park. Here it is. So I used to live around here. What this is, essentially, you can't tell nowadays, it's really grown in the 20 odd years since I've not lived here. Down there used to be TED, a G4, and this is a noise barrier between the estate of Bowley Park in Lichfield and the A38. You can probably hear the A38 in the background. And across the road is the extension of Darnford Park. I even think there might be more parking down there, and there's certainly more parking in that direction. Kiddies playground, which makes me slightly uncomfortable. I've got my sign in the car window. There you go, I just showed you that earlier. And what I'm doing at the moment is deciding what antenna to use. I'm just gonna, because the speed, we've dropped the blinds off, they've given me an hour and a half. So I've got my mag mount on this car. This is the steel bit, the rest of it's aluminium with some steel struts in here. So I've just put the antenna analyzer on, because what I need out of all this, I'm going to use, so I'm probably going to use the warp band. So before it's tuned okay, using that. Slide line coil, yeah, I know they're lossy. I'm just, like, POTA's all about, well, compromising it. And I'm going to use this whip. The rest of the stuff I don't need. Now, there's my antenna analyzer, the MFJ. I could, if you're Luke, get a long wire up here as well. That is an alternative, but look, we're just going to do this quick. Don't know what it's going to be like. So I've got an hour and a half in total. So I better get moving. Yes, we're on the warp bands, so therefore I'm on FT8. I will just show you something as well, because I'm in a Tesla. I've switched the Tesla off, and it saved me about 4 or 5 S points in noise. So there you go, a bit of a top tip there. Logbook, we've just activated, so DL1 UDO, thank you very much. That's got me going, and we're now on DL9 ATW is coming in, which is pretty good, isn't it? Good route to Germany, always a more or less a cert for an activation. Anyway, we will progress. 2 women walking over there, very noisy. Anyway, eight about verticals when transmit at the moment. Let me just show you the S meter. Really don't like about verticals, particularly in built up areas, because we're going to get S5 of noise in a moment, and that's the best we can get. We've got the preamp off and all that sort of stuff. And filter 1, I need to change that down to filter 2. That's an important one. Filter 2, there we go. Glad I did this video. So yeah, you can see the noise levels, S4 there, not brilliant, but as a result it gets in the way of some of the QSOs, which isn't brilliant. But anyway, we progress, and another lesson learned, always learning from these things. You know, chuck a wire up and use the ATU, Dave. As you can see from the World Radio League, WRL, brilliant little logbook app, bank conditions are pretty poor today. I'm struggling on 30 metres. It's okay, 3 or 4 in the log. I'm gonna do, let's just go on 20. If everything fails, let's go on 20 metres. So I'm just gonna get the antenna analyzer out and get this thing tuned to 20 metres. 80 watts was like 0.8 of a watt today. But anyway, enough of my moaning. This is a good one, because this is another POTA Hunter, maybe even Park to Park. Let's see what the log eventually produces, but that's according to the POTA app. I know I did another Park to Park on voice, but that isn't yet confirmed by the app as being a true Park to Park. But let's keep our fingers crossed, eh? I've given up on flipping FT8 anyway. I was getting bored. Bands are so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just here going on SSB, and there's some activity. Anyway, let's see how we get on. Alexandro was the saviour of this. Italy, Quebec 5, Lima, Italy for the Yaru centenary. Thank you very much. That's got me to 10. Whew, that was hard. Right, job to do now I've finished is to pick up some litter. So some bloody smoke has done this. So I'm going to chuck this in the bin. Got this theory that if we pick up one piece of litter a day and put it in the bin, if we each did it, there wouldn't be any bloody litter. But you could say, a bit more here, but you could say, if we didn't drop it in the bloody first place, we won't have a problem. Bit of a view of the park. That takes you through to the other end. There's car parking down there near the Tamworth Road. And that is, without doubt, on full power, the most difficult POTA I've ever flipping done. Yeah, QRP has been easier in the past. But anyway, we've done it right. Lovely city of Lichfield. Go and pick the blinds up now, get back, and get my pass out, re-stamped by my wife, and brownie points for taking time out today to do this, rather than ride my bike. Anyway, have a great day. Whatever you do with your radio, enjoy the 73s.
Range